second. What is up, everybody? Welcome back. Turn Left Podcast, episode 22. What's up, Mike? What's up, Fuller? Can y'all hear me? Something's messed up with mine. What is up? This is Josh Duncan Band. Check him out. He told me I could use his music. I don't know if that's a legal copyright, but it sounded good to me. What's up, Connor? Hold on, I gotta get a pen. Thank you to whoever shared. Please like and share. And please check out the Josh Duncan Band on YouTube, Facebook, and at all the local bars around here in Richmond, Virginia whenever they opened up. I want to play this one out. Let everybody hear that hitter. Shout out to Theo Vaughn. Alright, well there you have it, folks. Oh, almost played it twice. That's alright, we could jam it to it twice. I just don't know if everybody would be down for that. Great song though. But anyway, we got too much to talk about. We got Andrew Fuller coming on tomorrow night, which is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to force him to eat hot sauce even though he says he is not good with it. Let us know what you think about Fuller eating the hot sauce. Everybody wants him to, so I mean, I think that everybody would be very disappointed if he didn't. So I'm trying to get back to the post here so I can read y'all's comments and stuff. But yeah, Fuller's gonna eat the wings at death, whether he thinks it's a good idea or not. He's got to do it. So Bryan Callen, I don't know if anybody else heard of this. Bryan Callen's an actor, comedian, stand-up comedian, podcaster, The Fighter and the Kid. Apparently he's, alleged or being accused of, I haven't read into a lot, pretty much rape on 3 accounts or 4 accounts, but all from a long time ago, but obviously it doesn't matter, so I don't even know what I'm looking at. It's distracting. But this, I'm a huge fan of Bryan Callen. I know I covered the Chris D'Elia thing when that happened. And it's really sketchy to me that, or it's just a guilty conscience type thing to me that Crystalia hasn't been on or had, he's got his own podcast where he just sits here by himself like I do. No guests or anything. He hasn't had a single episode since his allegations. So, no hot sauce tomorrow. So Crystalia is definitely not making himself look any better by staying silent entirely. You know what I mean? Like, Bryan Callen's already said that he's going to come out on The Fighter and the Kid tomorrow night. He's already tweeted out that, he's totally, not guilty. He's innocent. All of it's, alleged or fake. Or I need to read the tweet. I should probably have that ready, but I just know that he put out something. But obviously it's innocent until proven guilty, but same with Crystalia. But like I said, he's not really helping his case by staying in complete silence. Nobody's heard from Crystalia at all. I'm not excited, actually. I'm nervous. I probably sound nervous right now. I'm nervous to see what tomorrow brings when he comes out. He said he's coming out on The Fighter and the Kid to talk about, the allegations. So, I don't know. I'm going to have to watch. I'm sure it'll be while we're filming episode 23. But obviously, I always check them out after. So, yeah. Really, well, how hot is the sauce is the question. It's 2 million Scovilles, Mike. I don't know if you keep up with the show Hot Ones on YouTube. If not, go check that out. Like, they need more views. But, oh my God, man. It's literally 10 questions, 10 wings. The wings get hotter and hotter. The first couple seasons, the hottest one they had was like 357 Scovilles. 357,000. Now it's up to 2 million. And they have their own sauce, and that's what I've got. I'll get it in a minute. It's just, I'm out here by myself tonight. That's why I titled it Ryan's Gonna Be Mad, because he said he'd be ready any night of the week. We wanted to, do a podcast, blah, blah, blah. This was totally impromptu. Obviously, the lunch break today halfway inspired it, but I'll get to that in a minute. But, so yeah, Ryan's Gonna Be Mad. But, like I said, it was impromptu, no big deal. And I didn't decide to do this until about 20 minutes ago. And there's just too much to cover. For example, Johnny Depp and, what's her name? Somebody type her name. They have accused each other of pooping and peeing all over the house in, I guess, revenge to each other, part of their breakup. So apparently Amber Heard, now she's being titled as Amber Turd, because apparently she pooped in Johnny Depp's bed, or their bed. But who knows who the house is going to, but this is not a joke. Google this stuff. Yeah. And apparently it didn't end there. But apparently Amber Heard is a psycho. So who knows what to really make of that. But I'm sure one side has to be true. Somebody pooped or peed somewhere in the house. And apparently somebody did it in the bed. Somebody's guilty. So, like I said, Google it. Everybody knew about the that they were splitting up and she's psycho, but this just hit like 2 or 3 days ago. So, like I said, Amber Turd, as she's going by now, apparently pooped in the bed as revenge, as part of their breakup. And apparently Elon Musk defended her or something like that. Johnny Depp said he was going to cut his wiener off in a text message, and then Elon Musk said, well, maybe I need to cage fight him. So pretty much challenge him to a cage fight. So, what's going on? This world is insane right now. Anyway, sorry, I might have lost some people there. That's all real stuff. I'm not joking. Google it if you have 2 devices. So yeah, somebody tag Josh Duncan too, since we had this thing up. Maybe I should just leave it up, just not playing. That way it'll just be like a thing the whole time. That'd be dope. There we go. So there's that, the Johnny Depp scandal. We were supposed to run the steam engine a couple episodes ago, but me and Ryan drank a little too much and burned this bitch up. We filled it up with water and then ran it out of water, but it was still plugged in. And that's why it's a little discolored, if anybody notices that. So sorry about that. So I think mostly everybody thought it was funny. Some people, I could tell a lot of people probably didn't like it. But, so, the biggest problem with, and I said this in the comments, but not everybody reads them all. The problem is, really, when you get lunch and obviously you sit in the parking lot, or really anywhere inside the building, if you don't go and park like on a roof somewhere, dude, always somebody wants to come up, hey, do you have any money? Hey, do you do plumbing? No. Do you do electrical? No. Well, I got this hot tub I need wired up and all this. It's like, dude, like, I don't want to eat in front of somebody either. It doesn't really bother me. Like I said in a comment, I don't care if it's a buddy of mine or somebody that wants to come up and talk about racing or the podcast or something. You can sit down and I'll eat in front of you. I'm not even bothered by that. So it makes some people uncomfortable. But if I don't know you and you're a stranger, I don't want to eat in front of you just as a sign of respect, while talking to you. But I don't want my food to get cold while we're talking about a plumbing or electrical problem or some bullshit that has nothing to do with me. So, I don't mean to be a dick, like the Bad Santa guy, but I guess that's what I am. 2 people made that reference. And literally, I had never seen that movie, but I watched the clip of that movie, and literally, like, you can hear them, like, oh, like, the moment that he realizes somebody's coming up to talk to him while he's eating, he's like, oh, Jesus fucking Christ. That was literally me today. Like, I looked up, and I saw this guy, and to be honest, I don't want to be judgmental too much. Obviously, clearly, I am a little bit, but I don't, this guy, oh my God, man. I don't even know how to explain this guy. He smells horrible. You can smell him from 3, 4, 5, 6. Social distancing doesn't take this smell away. It's bad. So I can see him coming from like probably 20 feet away, and I'm like, oh fuck. He's already like signaling like, and I'm not in my van. I'm in the mall food court, which I'm a sitting duck. I know. That's my own fault. I was working on the roof that day. I literally should have gone up to the roof and ate my lunch. But I was just sitting there, one-person table. I figured with what's going on right now, which this would have pissed me off way before COVID. It has nothing to do with that because this happens so much. It makes me more mad when I am in my van. Like I said, I was in the food court today. I was kind of a sitting duck. But this guy, the person he was, like I said, he smells horrible. And he had a mask on, but just around his chin. And he's talking and smelling and spit's flying. And I just opened up my tray, just sat down and opened it up. I was starting to close it back up as his wife came over and was like, let him eat. Like, what are you doing? So some people have some fucking common sense. And I was being very short with him, like, oh, okay. He was pretty much telling me that he hadn't, I don't even remember. It doesn't matter. It wouldn't have mattered if he was telling me, here's $50 for what you did 8 years ago. I would have been like, I would rather you just keep it. Seriously. And keep your COVID and everything else. But like I said, this would have pissed me off bad, even before all the pandemic stuff, because this happens all the time. When you're sitting in a parking lot at, wherever, you're not as much of a sitting duck, but you still have people all the time. They're not even parked next to you. They will walk across the parking lot, be like, hey, are you a generator technician? No. Well, I've got this generator. Do y'all work on Generac? No. Okay. Well, what do you think's wrong with it? When I started, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Or, I don't want my food getting cold either, because like I said, I don't want to eat right in front of you. And not only that, but usually this is another thing that pisses me off when I'm sitting in my van. Obviously, I'm sitting in the air conditioning. Now I've got to open the window up, let all the air conditioning out, so that you can talk about your generator. It has nothing. You might as well go inside and talk to the fucking Burger King lady about it. She has just as much to do with it. You know what I'm saying? What are we doing? Sorry, I'm getting a little heated up. Let me just take a step down. Just a step down. But really. So, where was I? So that's what happens. Doesn't matter. I'm in my van. Nothing to do with me. Even if it had to do with me, dude, still don't come up and talk to me. Or like I said, I've even gotten, this has happened 2 or 3 times. Oh, hey, I literally just gotten out of the drive-thru somewhere. Yeah, I know, I'm a fat slob. I eat at drive-thrus sometimes, stuff, probably too much. But, okay, can you jump my car? And it's literally like a car that looks like it's been sitting in the parking lot for 5 days and shit. I'm like, I think you've been sitting there. Like, why did you pick me of all people? And two, couldn't you just wait 10 minutes? And here's a third thing, too. Usually, I'm listening to really fucked up podcasts like the one you're listening to right now, loudly, with my windows closed, in the air conditioning. Now, somebody walks up to the window, and I'm like, oh, shit, how long have you been sitting there? Like, did you hear any F-bombs drop? Are you going to be offended? Now I got to, let's roll down the window, let all my air conditioning out, because my shit only works like half the time. Let all my air conditioning out, have some bullshit conversation with you about nothing while my food's getting cold, then roll my window back up, fucking turn all my shit back on. I don't know. I think most people agree with me. I just don't know where it became a thing. And if I'm sitting down at a restaurant with my family, here's another thing I was saying. Oh, shit. Shout out Josh Duncan Band. That's how I feel right now. Those riffs he's hitting right now. Here's what... Sorry, I had to turn off. If you're my buddy or something, I don't care. You can sit with me the whole time. But if you're a random person or a random stranger, especially, this guy that I've never met that I haven't... the only reason I even remember being at this guy's house 8 years ago is because that's how much I hated it. Yeah, I don't want to talk to you at all. Not to mention, on my break from work, you think I want to talk to a stranger about work. What world are we living in? One guy made the mad emoji and then said, what company are you for? Like, yeah, dude, let me just fucking type back so you can fucking... And, of course, he looked like the exact type of motherfucker that would walk... Dude, I swear to God, I almost recognize him as he's been the type of guy that would do it. So sorry I'm dropping all the F-bombs. Sorry, hide your kids. I'm just saying, shit really makes me mad, dude. I've had enough. Like I said, if it happened twice a year or something, wouldn't be a big deal. But this twice a week shit, everybody would, oh, do y'all do painting? No. Oh, well, I got this wall. Do you know anybody that paints walls? Fuck you, dude. Out. So, that's the way I feel about that. Let's listen to this hitter one more time. Then we'll go from there. Why is nobody commenting? What do y'all have to say? Y'all ever been bothered at lunch? Comment up in there. You little bastards. And tell Andrew Fuller he's got to eat the hot sauce. What is everybody doing? Also, who do you want to see next on the podcast? Andrew Fuller's tomorrow. Who's after that? The Virginia podcast guys. Racing Virginia. Brandon Brown or something. I want them. They won't respond to me. Bastards. Well, I'm glad you found the humor in it, Connor Scruggs, but you're a dark person like me, so that doesn't help. I need to see somebody that goes to church sometimes comment and say, yeah, I feel you. Not guys like me and you, which I do go to church sometimes, but not as much as I should, obviously, you know what I'm saying? Fuller. It's not... What's up, Jamie? You missed the public service announcement. You have to rewind. I can't get that mad twice. I don't know. I haven't found my blood pressure medication in a long time. I never had it, so I've been looking. But it's like trying to find a needle in the ocean, but the needle doesn't exist. So that's the way that goes. I guess we'll just let it play out. There's only another minute. I should shotgun this beer right now. Yeah, I feel you, Josh. Nobody comes to talk to you, dude. You don't even eat lunch. Liking shit. Motherfucker. Yeah, Fuller, you're gonna have to taste a bunch of different beers to wash the damn devil's piss out of your mouth. The hot sauce. Don't try to get out of it right now. You might be able to swindle me tomorrow, dude. Now's not the time. And we need the views. And I've had to eat the shit about 12 times and, you know, it's bad. Bad the next day. I'm not going to get too far into that. I want to leave a lot of this stuff to talk about with Fuller, because like I said, this is impromptu, but the list was just getting too long. I knew that we'd never get to all of this, and I want to ask Fuller some stuff tomorrow, too. Did y'all hear about the guy that fasted? This is a long time ago, but it's documented. He fasted for an entire year. Yeah. A very, very large man, obviously, but his body lived off the fat. His own fat. All he drank was water, and his body lived off of his own fat for an entire year. I swear to God. Google that, too. This is all, you know. Oh, and another thing I found out, something, cicadas, or no? What was it? Locusts are actually grasshoppers that turn into locusts, but it only happens to some grasshoppers? What? What? That's wild. I never heard about that. I didn't know grasshoppers turned into anything. What if everybody just says, yeah, everybody knew that, dude, and I'm just an idiot. I just get roasted. Oh, we got the... I'll save this one for tonight because I don't want to get into it with a bunch of people in here. The Pentagon came out and said that they have something not made on this earth. So there's aliens, apparently. I mean, I'm not a conspiracy theorist guy. I've never thought that there were aliens. I don't even believe in ghosts. Aliens? More likely? Still not likely. But now we got the Pentagon saying that they have things that were not made in this world? I don't even know what to think about that. What does everybody else think about that? Do they think it's real? Or do they think it's just a... you know, something to cover everything up or something? If y'all already... if y'all are just now tuning in, y'all already missed the food court encounter. Nothing really happened, actually. I just was short with him. And then his wife came up and saved me, even though they already spit Corona all over my damn meal. But it's whatever. No big deal. And ruined my mood, and my appetite, and my day, potentially. But hopefully y'all can save it. Yeah, Mike, I agree. Filler has to do it. There's not like... How bad is the day after the hot sauce? Not that bad. I've got a bad tolerance to hot sauce. Jesse's right. Because the other hot sauce, she just, you know, drinks it. Ain't nothing. She's Colombian, though. Camo, you know? I think there's life out there, but not little aliens from Mars attacks or something. How about shout out to Bob Lazar? He's the guy that came on Joe Rogan's podcast and is apparently documented that he used to work at Area 51 or Area 4S. I don't know how that shit works. He used to work somewhere over there as a... Man. Y'all really think I was going to remember that one? Mm-mm. Something just cut off. Hope it wasn't the live feed. He was a engineer for, kind of like a reverse engineer for, apparently they had already had some alien aircraft, and they were getting him to try to figure out, you know, how it worked, what it was. This is before the element B-15, I think it's called, was even discovered. He pretty much was talking about it in the 90s or the 80s before it was technically discovered, I think, or added to the periodic table. So this is pretty serious shit. And that guy now his story stayed consistent throughout the entire 90s, all that for 20 or 30 years now, and everybody's just sent him through the grinder, shitting on him, saying he's just a big liar. He's just because some things he can't explain, so it just makes him not always look the best. But I mean, when you hear his story, and there is documented documents. What the fuck am I talking? There is documentation. I like that he worked at Area 51 or its neighboring, area or whatever you call it, for quite a while. So it's pretty legit. And now that everybody knows that the government is admitting to having something made not on this world, so literally something made, bait by somebody else. Obviously now it's kind of a shove it in the face for him. So shout out to Bob Lazar. Here's one other thing I wanted to talk about. Try to keep it somewhat short tonight. Definitely won't be. Did you watch the latest podcast with George Knapp? Element 115. No. JRE's podcast, Mike? Let me know. I got some funny stories for tomorrow. I got some funny questions for you for tomorrow, Fuller. This is something I got in the mail that looked to be handwritten to me. Well, actually, it was technically handwritten to me, the envelope. And stamped. And it's got my name on it. An address, obviously. And it literally comes from... It turns out it's just some, I guess, church Bible study lady trying to ask if she can... It comes on a piece of paper like this. And it looks perfectly handwritten. Not perfectly, but it looks not perfectly handwritten. And I don't know. I just don't like the... It's even... Here's the thing. It's not handwritten. It's in blue. And the stripes are even blue. So this is... Somebody wrote this, obviously, as a, big group thing. Printed it off in color to try to... I don't want to say deceive people, but it's just... From a church, this is definitely like, oh, we handwrote you a letter. That's how much we care about you. I'm not an atheist or anything. Don't, come at me like that. I'm just saying, this is a little bit of deception. A little bit of a sales catchy deception tactic for a church to be using, in my opinion. But what do I know? I'm just a guy that gets mad at people in the food court, so I'll check that out, Mike. George Knapp. Well, these comments will be on here forever. I'll go back to them. Well, there's only about 9 comments per podcast anyway, so I'm not going to lose it, Mike. Either way. I'm not trying to hate on religion either. Like I said, I'm not an atheist. It's just, I thought that this was interesting that it was I was when I opened it, I'm like, oh my God, somebody handwrote me a letter. I thought I cut somebody off the other day on the road or something, and they somehow got my information. And I started reading, I'm like, oh no, it's religion, based. I didn't read through the whole thing, but I could tell that. Then I saw that, what it was signed with, and I was like, wow, I can't believe they handwrit all these. Because like I said, because it's color, you kind of believe it for a second. Usually when you print something off, but there's no. You can tell this wasn't written. I mean, there's no. I'm not a check counterfeiter, but there's no indentation. So catch me if you can, if you know what I'm saying. You got one of those too, Sarah? How random how they choose people. I don't know how they choose people. But I just think, like I said, it's a little bit deceptive for a place of the Lord to be using. I don't know why I did that voice. I don't even know what accent that is. Alright, well, I think, like I said, I want to save most of the stuff for tomorrow night when I've got Fuller here and he's dying on death wings and he's throwing up and stuff on our mom podcast table, ruining all my electronics. Oh, I need to get the sauce, too. Mike wanted to see the sauce. Does anybody else watch Hot Ones? Like this and comment on this. Doesn't make any sense. If you watch Hot Ones on YouTube. And go subscribe to this channel on YouTube as well. because we're almost there. You need 1,000 to kind of get started. We're at 25 or 26 now, so we're really beating the door down. Go check it out. Hold on, let me get this hot sauce really quick. Like I said, it's just I went rogue tonight. It's just me, so I gotta like get up and get down and stuff. Usually I get people throwing stuff at me back and forth, but. This one is the hottest sauce on Hot Ones. Well, they have 3 different flavors, but they're all 2 million Scoville. I don't know where it says it, but they say it on the show. Made with pepper X, chocolate pepper X, peach pepper X, distilled vinegar, ginger root, devil's piss. Oh, wow. That real heavy shit. Where's the camera thing at? Jesus, I'm bad at this. There you go. Oh, it's behind too, so I can see myself doing it now. How bad I am at it. I couldn't even find the damn camera lens. Yeah, dude, it's pretty serious. I will say that we've got another sauce over there. I don't know why I didn't do that one too while I was doing that one, but we got another one over there that's El Yucateco Quad X Heat or something. I'm telling you, dude, it's pretty gnarly. It hits different. It stings harder at first and doesn't have the aftertaste. This one that we're doing in Fuller, this is what I'm saying, dude. It only lasts maybe 8 minutes. You can devote 8 minutes to the entertainment of the people for the podcast. Okay? And maybe about 8 minutes the next day, but we won't be around for that. And don't film that and post it on here. Anyway, he's gonna rip his booty up, Mike. I guess a little bit. I'm gonna give him a tiny piece. That's another thing too. Is me and BJ ate a whole wing. Me and TJ ate a whole wing. A lot of people have done this. Go back on YouTube or on this page, and look at all the times that we've eaten it. It's too many. That's how many. I don't even want to eat it with Fuller tomorrow. I don't know. I'm going to try to wiggle myself out of it somehow. But we will see y'all tomorrow, 10 p.m. with Andrew Fuller and the backstage crew. Will be back when I'm not doing crazy things like doing impromptu episodes on the fly. But the world needed to know. Okay? And if you missed the P.S.A. about lunch breaks, go back and watch this. Or go like and subscribe on YouTube. I'm struggling, dude. Jesus. I've only had 2 beers, I swear. See y'all tomorrow, folks. Peace out.